segue into Sector Spotlight, because on Sector Spotlight Tuesday we talked about tech weakness, and they were one of the leaders on Tuesday going into tech strength today. So let's take a look at them and then to see how you would apply that strategy to each of those. We want to start off with Apple up 3%. So how would you be trading that kind of snapback?
Well, Apple gave you that capitulation low around 310.50. We rallied off that low. Then yesterday, we had a powerful move to about 325. So now Apple's down about $2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you yesterday's chart and show you what should hold, where if you missed that two-day move, you could then position into a further gain. So if you look here in Apple, you will see here is that capitulation low. Okay, then you had a nice rally, powerful. We're not quite back to big resistance. So what I want to see is I want to see half of this move hold. So I want to see like 322, 323 hold. That's a spot where I might buy the dip. And if we go sideways here, I will add through yesterday's high for then a move back to maybe the 200-day or even 330, and then you have to really figure it out because that'll be about 50% of where we just came down from.
All right, let's go to Amazon. Apply the same strategy up about 3.5% on Tuesday.
Amazon I like better. It held up better during the market decline. That descending channel we talked about yesterday was a great buying opportunity, but I still think it's in the game. Amazon, this is that descending channel. Here is your buy area yesterday around 189. We went as high as, what's this, about 195. I'd like to see us hold 192 area to show commitment to this move. Go sideways, buy it here, add through the highs, and then I think we could be on our way to a bigger move if this rally stays intact.
And we've talked a lot about Netflix, you saying it's been really tough to trade. Did it get any easier, up over 3% on Tuesday?
Netflix is a little bit difficult, a little bit harder to handle. It could go back to 260. I think it's a little sloppy. I'm going to avoid Netflix, and I think if you're an investor, you avoid it unless you have a huge time frame.
And then I want to compare to, also when I go to Sina and Baidu. Sina up almost 19%, crazy day. Baidu up 8%. Now usually they tend to trade together, so did this kind of outperformance by Sina mean anything?
Sina was just that much more battered and bruised. There was so many reports that Muddy Waters or someone was going to say something negative on them.
And such, right.
And when the news came out on Muddy Waters, basically people said maybe they won't be writing some reports, so the shorts got scared. It added fuel to that fire. I was looking at Baidu as the leader. It's been holding up better. Remember that 121, 122 we talked about yesterday? Great pivot buy. If you look at it here, you will see there was a nice, powerful move through this lower level, so it's the exact same theory. Nice big move from the lows. If it could hold above 124, 125, show commitment, we could see higher prices. I would stick with this versus Sina. It's just a little easier to handle.
And you've been talking a lot about Salesforce, about how that's a good investment tech stock. So let's take a look at that chart to see what that level would be for an investor.
Salesforce has had this now 7-month accumulation pattern. Yesterday we talked about 140, 141 for cash flow, also a good entry for the investor, and I think investors could stay with this one. If you look here, it's held above all the moving averages. Look at the 200-day moving averages. The market's hit that. This held way above. Now look at this overall accumulation pattern. This was your entry. I think the same type of thing. If you could hold above 141, 142, you're going to see a higher prices. So if you missed this move yesterday, I think you try and buy some in the low 140s.
So it seems like in general for these big tech names, they're actually starting to make attractive investments, not just trades.
Yes, they're leading the way. And for a market rally to stay intact, you need innovation to lead. You need certain groups to go. And when tech leads, we have some power. Yesterday we saw some, but we have to make sure there's commitment to that move. And that's why we use these retracement rules.
And we will be back with your stock trades for Wednesday using those rules right after this.